committee to continue to summon witnesses, request documents, and exercise all powers conferred on it under the original motion establishing the committee until the expiry of the extended mandate. And C, directs the committee to submit its final report to this assembly on or before the 16th day of December 2025. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move.
Any seconder?
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. I rise to second the motion. It is important we extend the mandate as just requested by Honorable Chair. Honorable Speaker, these people are doing a very great job. Everybody, those of us who are watching and even outside the country, they are doing a very great job, a very brilliant job. But I just want to add one thing. This is why I'm talking. Otherwise, I would have seconded and sit down. During, the day when we were adopting the motion here, I rightly made it clear to everyone else. We are investigating an amount which could nearly $2 billion. And people who are investigating that, we don't discuss about their remuneration. We don't discuss about that alone. And we should stop faking ourselves, because these inquiries can come over and over and over. And these are the people who are investigating people who are involved with hundreds of millions of dollars. How do we protect these people? How do we ensure that this job is done impartially and independent? But in fact, I think doing such a job, a commission, when they were extending their commission, Janet Commission, they wrote back, and that was adopted in this very parliament, to extend their mandate to 3 months, where each of the commissions was paid $300,000 by extending their mandate. Just for extension, each of them was paid $300,000. We task members of the parliament to do this, plus an expertise with investigation team, with the list questionnaire. And we don't discuss that. We want to leave that in vague. So I want to suggest that they could have put that in this extension for us to adopt it, so that we adopt a remuneration for them, a very reasonable one. But to leave it like this, on my view, that is not correct. Because otherwise, what is going to happen, they would have given a honorarium to them. And I don't know how that is going to happen. So, Honorable Speaker, this is my point after seconding the motion. And I want the National Assembly to humbly consider this.
Thank you. It has been moved and seconded that this Honorable Assembly do consider the extension of the mandate of the Special Select Committee established to inquire into the sales and disposal of the assets identified by the Commission of Inquiry into the financial activities of public bodies, enterprises, and officers in relation to former President Yahya Jammeh and connected matters. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Honourable members, we will now open the floor for any honourable member who wishes to partake in the debate may do so by show of tag, beginning with the member for Lower Nyomi. Upper Nyomi, rather.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Honourable Speaker, I just want to give my colleagues from Kel West the proposal he gave, and I also support the extension of the mandate of the Special Select Committee. Honourable Speaker, it's important we remunerate the Special Select Committee. When you look at the paragraph 3 of the preamble, which the mover of the motion said, where the mover of the motion said, the committee has since its establishment diligently executed the mandate by reviewing voluminous documentations examining complex transactions, undertaking site visit, and conveying numerous public hearings. So this job is not an easy task, Honorable Speaker. I think the honorable members of this assembly, we should agree on something quantum merit to give it to the committee in order for them to carry out their work diligently. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Member for Central Badebo, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the mover of the motion. But Honorable Speaker, whenever we are giving a special committee task to do, we have to also consider the time. We cannot give people time frame. They are all the time coming back to look for extension. Why not before we give, we need to factor this thing into place. The time given means you have to work within the time frame. And the reasons advanced by the mover, to me, he needs to tell us what happened, where did you stop? Do you understand? I don't mean like those that are sensitive issues, but the House needs to be well informed of the progress. So far, how many witnesses were you able to attend to, and what are some of the things that you really want to, get from others? But you cannot just come and say we want extension here and there. And somebody talk about, I don't know whether it's a remuneration, what I am confirming, or do you want the committee to be given extra what? Because I'm not in for any increment or any special team for any special committee. Because this is the work, we have been paid as parliamentarian, and mind you, you are doing this work, and at the end of the day, your sitting allowance at the parliament will also be paid. So you are paid for that sitting, you are paid for this parliamentary work. So what else do you want? This is a service that we are in. So maybe for the staff, I can support that of the staff.
Wait, may I observe you?
It's part of your work. It's part of your work. Please let us think of the allowance that we. Let us not try to board us. If you cannot do it, let's refer to the other independent bodies to do these jobs, please.
Thank you. Member for Sandu, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to thank the committee through the chairperson of the select committee doing the inquiries. We've seen how they are doing well.
Law order. Member for Opanyomi and Central, but please stop that.
Thank you very much to the chairperson and the entire committee for doing a very tremendous work, and I think the entire population is really impressed with what you have been doing during the past 3 months. And coming up with an extension is something that is necessary, and I said it during the tabling of this inquiry the first day. I said 3 months was not enough, and here we are today. And what Honorable Kiamwe said about the remuneration, I align myself with that, because it is not fair for someone working on recess on days that are not even parliamentary days, and the person is only paid with a normal committee sitting. We've gone through it during the inquiry on the oil. Hello?
Member for Sandu, please don't address them. And I think these senior members, member for Central Badebo, you have to beg, you have to stop that. No, don't do that. Please maintain decorum. Please, Sandu, continue.
I align myself with the member of Kiang West that a special remuneration package should be given to the committee to do their work. And looking at what is involved in the investigation, someone needs to be remunerated well for the person to do the work as expected of him. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I now give the floor to the member for Sabak Sanja.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I also want to join my colleagues to say that this is a very important inquiry, and I believe that the committee should not rush because we all know the reason why we are looking at this again, because everything was at a rush and the like. So this time around, we want them to take their time and come up with a very good report. Therefore, I want to also align myself with people who want, them to be given more time so that they can finish the work that they are doing and report back to the Parliament on time. With regards to remuneration, I just wanted to know whether they are paid committee sessions or not. If they are not paid committee sessions, I encourage that, for them to be paid committee sittings allowance. Thank you.
Member for Jara Central, you can have the floor now.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would also equally want to join my honorable members of Parliament who, of course, commended the special committee for the good job that they have just executed for the past weeks or so. Honorable Speaker, the extension of these this committee's mandate is very vital. Vital in the sense that we have seen what they have outlined from the beginning of their work up to where they have ended. Honorable Speaker, the issue of remunerating the committee, I think the Parliament needs to be very cautious for the simple fact that parliamentary work is never ended. As far as the Parliament is has life, we'll be having some committees, special committees established now and then. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, if we are going to remunerate this special select committee, what we need to be cautious of, Honorable Speaker, would be what is good for the goose must be good for the gander. So, just recently, or few years ago, we established a committee here to look into the AKI. So we've seen what job they have done, and then if at all we were to remunerate that committee, I'm not sure whether the Parliament will be having that much funding to be able to do so. But if at all they have, there's no problem. And then I would also equally side with my honorable member for Sabak Sanjar for the mover to clarify to us whether they are receiving committee allowances or not. If they are not receiving committee allowances, I think it would be better for us to advocate for this special select committee to be given sitting allowances, committee sitting allowances, instead of to identify a special remuneration for them. Like what I said previously, we'll be establishing more committees as far as the Parliament is having life and works is coming onto our table. So therefore, Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Member for Sani Mentreng, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Honorable Speaker, I just want to add my voice to those who support, the members who support the idea of giving extension to the Special Select Committee with regards to the work that they are doing. Honorable Speaker, I will not do justice without thanking the Special Committee for the job that they are doing, the job well done that they are doing. I am really proud of them as a person or as a colleague of National Assembly member. I am really proud of them because I do watch them on YouTube sometimes when I cannot watch live, but then I do follow you on YouTube, and you're doing extremely well. And I have to attest to that. I am really proud of this committee, this select committee, despite the fact that it is not gender balanced. And I challenge you that, and I will always challenge you for that. So, but then I'm personally really proud of you. So on that note, I am also adding my voice to those who are, granting you to have extension. Other than that, nothing else. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Member for Lower Salem, you have the floor.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for giving the floor, and may I also join my colleague and thank the chairperson and his team and the legal people on that area doing the justice for the document that we have given to them, tax that we have given to. Honorable Speaker, yes, you see, the only thing that I am trying to check is the president. Though they do good job, and again, the time from 10 to the later part of the day, 6, 7 o'clock, they always be here for that particular time. But our revolution, we have passed National Assembly service, I think a regulation sort of, whereby when you sit, that you are paid. In this case, whether it will not affect that part. If not, the job that they are doing, I think they are entitled to be paid. But how much is not set in the document. If we know that, we could have prescribed what they would earn at a particular time. But then, fact of the matter is that, Honorable Speaker, what they are doing for the past 3 months, they are doing great. So we can't tie them also. At least we can, because it's the extra work that they are doing for us. Though it's part of their mandate, but then the time frame, if the person is never sitting, it's from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock, or else we go beyond 6 o'clock. But for this period, they get a special work. Sometimes they go outside, for fact finding. You get me right? So maybe we can reconsider those things, whereby if a committee member should go outside for oversight, you are paid 2.5. Maybe for them, as long as it's extra work, maybe we can adjust the payment that they could have get, and to see that the work that they are doing to be in line with their work. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I take my seat.
Thank you. Member for Ponye Councillor, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I salute the chairman of asset recovery of former president, and also all members who are in this special committee. History will record them for the diligent job that they are doing.
Order. Honorable Member for Lower Salem, stop what you are doing.
History will record them for the diligent job that they are doing. And I will also encourage them to be strong and let them unearth the reality. As they are doing, we are happy and we are closely monitoring. We are very happy for this work that they are doing, irrespective of that difficult moment. Honorable Speaker, we have to be realistic. Our last inquiry, petroleum, it came and passed. It's not about beautifying here, that we have to speak the truth. This is millions and millions of properties that we have a lot of conflict that is circumambulating around. We have to be very, very clear. Conflict of interests with people who are part and parcel, with people who are mentioned, people who will be called for. So what I want to ask honorable members here, let's adjust their pay for all members. Secondly, with the staffs who are also attached to this committee. These are realities. We are not here to beautify and say, okay, you know, who is doing free? Who? Members of staffs will join them. If they plead, they take them home in their wishes and time. If not, they pay their own monies and go. Others who will also be sitting, collecting witnesses, collecting statements. It's not an easy job. I dismiss the pay that they are earning now. They should be increased. And it is our responsibility, all of us. I am suggesting an amount twice of what they are earning. That is my suggestion. Twice of what they are earning. Then for attached staffs will be half of what the committee members are receiving, or quarter. These are two things. Quarter of it. All right? Honorable Speaker, with the resolutions of 90 days, I agree. And I think giving them more time will do the needful. And I think this committee, if what they are unearthing doesn't show an erupting volcano for us, then we are not seeing what they are doing. From the legal officer councils and the chairs, and also the team of IT support staffs that will make sure the whole world today, they are seeing live proceedings of this effect. So therefore, I submit, and I am moving a motion Honorable Speaker, I am submitting this, that twice of their pay. We have to talk there. They should be paid twice. If not, I am not saying, I know they are great people. They are doing effectively and they can do the needful. But I'm putting this as a last check that twice of what they are paid, a quarter or a half to the support staff. Therefore, I submit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Order. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, you are not in an adjournment debate. I don't know why you people are talking about monies, allowances, and pay. From where? From whose motion? There's no motion on that. The mover of the motion has not indicated that in the motion. Why are you debating on that? No, order, honorable members. Don't do that. Honorable members, don't do that. That is out of order. You people cannot do that. You have to debate based on the motion. The motion is to extend time. He has not stole anyone, and there is nowhere on the write-up that there. Order, honorable member, order. For the councillor, order. Honorable members, please, order. I allow it, and after the order member, I wanted to come, but I forgot. You cannot debate things that are not before you. There is nothing like payment or allowance or salary on the motion. You cannot do that. The debate, the motion is to extend their mandate to 90 days. That's the motion. Let's debate on that motion and vote on that. If you want to bring any order, you can bring a motion or a bill or whatever. Honorable members, in the absence of any other member wishing to take part in the debate, I will now call upon the mover of the motion to respond to issues and
Thank you
right
so
of
much,
the debate.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, first of all, let me thank the entire members of the National Assembly for supporting the motion led by the Special Select Committee to extend the mandate of the committee for a further 90 days. Honorable Speaker, part of the deliberations, I think only one question emerged from the member of Central Body Group, who asked about how far has the committee gone in what was assigned to them. You know, when we started this job, we started, first we are giving 120 days to do this work. And since we started, it has, there are a lot of things involved in the work. So far, we have about 18 witnesses has testified before the committee, and then, new witnesses also have come to light. And currently, we have a lot of them also who are coming to give statements as part of the committee's work. So we realize that we have a lot to do. Within the period, we were summoning witnesses to come and testify, to give witnesses. Documents are coming up, analysis of those documents. So you see, it takes a lot of time for you to be able to do all that. So I think there is justification for us to come and seek for an extension to be able to complete this work. That is the reason. We have come to a point that we realize we cannot finish the work without having an extension by this parliament, at least for another 90 days. Within the 90 days, we'll be able to finish and report back to this parliament. So we definitely appreciate if this parliament should consider that and support the extension. Honorable Speaker, further, I want to thank members of the Special Select Committee, the entire membership. I think if we are doing good work, first we also have to give that credit to the support staff. And of course, the Office of the Clerk and the Speaker, who have been very much supportive to what the committee is doing. You know, committees can be established by Parliament, but you cannot operate individually without the support of the technical people. And I think the Office of the Clerk has been very supportive, the councils, the investigative team, and all of them. If we do good, we will give the credit to the support, because they are the ones making us to achieve the recommendation we are getting from Parliament as well. Of course, members of the committee are doing very well, but we give the credit to our support staff who are being very supportive to what we are doing. So I don't want to talk about it. I know the Office of the Clerk is definitely supporting the Special Select Committee. They are taking care of us. I appreciate all of you, your recommendation and whatever you say. But I think they are taking care of us. At this point, Honorable Speaker, I just wanted to thank the National Assembly for this very important support to extend the mandate of the committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair of the Special Select Committee. Honorable members, be it resolved that this Honorable Assembly do approve the extension of the mandate of the Special Select Committee established to inquire into the sales. Honorable members, I'm finding it difficult even to know what I'm doing because of the members from Kansala and Lower Salum. They continues to engage people at loud that I cannot even hear what I'm doing. Please stop that. Honorable members, be it resolved that this Honorable Assembly do approve the extension of the mandate of the Special Select Committee established to inquire into the sales and disposal of the assets identified by the Commission of Inquiry into the financial activities of public bodies, enterprises, and officers in relation to the former President Yahya Jammeh and connected matters. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, we may proceed, please.
Motion. Pursuant to Section 79(1)(a) and C of the 1997 Constitution, be it resolved that this August Assembly
Honorable, yes. Honorable members, please.
Motion.
Clerk.
Motion. Pursuant to Section 79, 1A and C of the 1997 Constitution, be it resolved that this August Assembly do consider and ratify the agreement under the United Nations Convention on the Laws of Sea on the conservation and sustainable use of marine biological diversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction treaty by the Honorable Minister for Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources.
Huh? Honorable members, the minister was performing her prayer. She is done now. Hmm? Is she still standing? Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, you may move to the podium.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum. Honorable Speaker, please allow me to provide a brief background on the agreement under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, on the Convention and Sustainable Use of Marine Biological Diversity of Areas Beyond National Jurisdiction, called the BBNJ Treaty. The BBNJ Treaty was adopted on 19 June 2023 after years of negotiations under the United Nations, and the Gambia signed it on the 27th September 2024. The BBNJ standing based includes relevant provision of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea of the 10th December 1982, which upholds the obligation to protect and preserve the marine environment. Marine areas beyond national jurisdiction, commonly called the high sea, are those areas of the ocean typically beyond the 12 nautical miles from the coastal states baseline, for which no one state has sole responsibility for its management. And this accounts for nearly 2/3 of the world's ozone. Allow me to give a key objective and advantage to the Gambia for us to ratify this. It will help to foster strong international cooperation in our ozone governance, affirm the Gambia's commitment to sustainable ozone governance, and strengthen our participation and influence in international ozone governance negotiations. Support progress towards Sustainable Development Goal 14, that is life below water. Enhance capacity building, technology transfer, and access to finance to establish and implement measures to sustainable use of marine biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction. It will also promote equitable sharing of benefits from marine genetic resources and introduce environmental impact assessment for activities in such areas, that is, areas beyond national jurisdiction. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, ratifying the BBNJ Treaty will position the Gambia as a proactive participant in global efforts to safeguard marine biodiversity. Both ECOWAS and the African Union recognizes this treaty as urgent priorities, as stated in the Addis Ababa Declaration adopted at the African Ministerial Conference on Environment in August 2023. With this, Honorable Speaker, please allow me to submit the BBNJ for this August Assembly to consider and ratify. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Any seconder? The member for Olyundum and Deputy Majority Leader.
Yeah. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Minister, yes.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion. And of course, also wanted to give my support to this very important motion, and of course, an agreement as well. Honorable Speaker, Gambia signed the BBNJ Treaty on the 28th September 2023 as a country, but ratification was not forthcoming until today, on the 16th of September 2025. It has taken a bit long, but I know they were working on that. The ministry and the stakeholders were working on it to ensure that Gambia also ratify and participate in this very important, national, global event. Honorable Speaker, as a member of Parliament, I remember I sent numerous parliamentary questions with regard to this very important agreement. Earlier on in 2023, 2024, I took part in events sponsored by Parliamentarians for Global Action in other countries to advocate for this agreement. Here we are today. Now Gambia is ratifying the agreement, and I think we are only going to benefit from this, because if you read the agreement, all the content of the agreement, nothing is going to disadvantage the Gambia. We are only going to benefit from it as a small country. And I know countries in Africa, a lot of them also have currently signed or ratified. Gambia will be part of those countries to also benefit from what the world is going to give with regards to conserving our marine biodiversity. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I definitely want to support the agreement, and I wholeheartedly support it. Thank you so very much.
Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that this Honorable Assembly to consider the agreement on the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea on the conservation and sustainable use of marine biological diversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction, BBNJ Treaty. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Any honorable member who wishes to take part in the debate may do so now by show of tag. Of course, few have made it to my list, and we will begin with the member for Central Badibu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Minister, for bringing such an important national and international instrument before us. Honorable Speaker, it's long overdue, as alluded by the Deputy Majority Leader, since it has been, since Gambia signed, but it did not been ratified by the Parliament, the duration is so long. Honorable Speaker, this convention is going to protect both plants and animals in the sea. And not only plants and animals, but to make world a healthy world for all of us. Honorable Speaker, the marine animals are under serious threat. And Gambia is not an exception to it. By signing this kind of agreements, which are in line with Sustainable Development Goal 14 and other declarations made in Africa, is going to promote Gambia as a responsible country to marine diversity, to marine biology. Honorable Speaker, this thing, as highlighted by the Minister, is going to promote technological transfer, and which Gambia also needs with the time and age. And the preservation of certain endangered species in our sea are all going to be really looked at, and Gambia also can take certain measures to make sure that certain mammals in the sea that are getting extinct will be able to know how to protect them. So, Honorable Speaker, without wasting much time of the House, I want to give my full support to this ratification. Thank you.
Thank you. Member for Nyanija, you have the floor.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for giving me the floor. And then I just want to thank the Honorable Minister for Environment for bringing this treaty before us, because us as members of Parliament, for information, we have an organized informal group, and we've established a caucus. Of course, we are aware that Apple network was in existence. So now the issue of this treaty also come up under the PRCM, is a French acronym. So basically the caucus is centered on the issue of PRCM, specifically on this treaty, and of course Apple, which I happen to be part of, and some other few members. So in fact, we were about to discuss with the PRCM Secretariat for them to come over, organize an advocacy with the training, of course with the help of the Office of the Clerk for members, and to sensitize members on this treaty, so for it to have a smooth sail here when it comes for ratification. So seeing these things on the agenda, and of course discussing this thing here today, I think it is something which, you know, that is worth commendable from the side of the Ministry of Environment. And then as an informal caucus established here, I think we will continue this journey with the ministry, of course, to make sure that we continue on the advocacy, and then not forgetting the portfolio committee on environment. But you know, you can have your special committees here, and you can also have caucuses for specific interests. So basically, we are aware, and then we are on top of issues, and we will take it up with the ministry from here, because as he said, the importance of this treaty cannot be overemphasized, like they call high sea treaty, or sometimes it's BBNJ, because many times, if you look at some of the issues that it covers, these are issues which you know that once this treaty is not ratified, definitely we will benefit on certain aspects of it, regarding marine technology, as highlighted by some members, and of course capacity building, which is a continuous thing for our officers on the ground. And then environmental impact assessment, we know, or we all know how important that is to us, and if, in fact in some areas too. So basically it is a very important treaty, and then I urge members for us to support this and ratify it. Thank you so much, Honorable.
May I now call upon the mover to respond to issues and line of the debate. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you to all the members that has given their support to this important treaty. This is just another manifestation that the National Assembly is aware of matters of the environment, and they clearly understand the positive and the Gambia's reward in having this treaty ascended to. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to just tell them that in Africa, almost as it stands now, 160 countries have already signed and 56 ratified, only 4 more to go for it to go through its 120 days before it's finally been approved. So Gambia is almost at the tail end, but I think we have topped the list within the sub-region in signing and ratifying. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, and thank you, Honorable Members, for your valuable contribution. Honorable Members, be it resolved that this Honorable Assembly do ratify the agreement under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea on the conservation and sustainable use of marine biological diversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction treaty. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Honorable Members, I want to thank you. Be it resolved that this August Assembly do stand adjourned until Wednesday, 17th September 2025 at 10 a.m. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. This Assembly now stand adjourned until Wednesday, 17th September 2025 at 10 a.m.